What up? Who's here? Can you guys hear me all right? Looks like there's 3 people. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, because I'm using my AirPod right now, so. It says there's 3 people in here. Oh, here you go. Alex Marr. Alex, you can hear me? All right, we're gonna just wait a second for a few more people to show up. What up, that girl? Yeah, audio is good. It was really bad last time because I'm not the streamer. I don't have the setup, so like I need to get a mic or something if I'm gonna keep doing this. But Alex, that girl, Jacob, do you guys like these streams? You guys like shooting the breeze about skate stuff? Should I keep doing these, or what do you think? I've thought about maybe doing like live streams where we talk about like tricks and stuff, just like, I don't know, like techniques and whatnot, kind of the normal stuff I focus on. All right, so yeah, we got 8 people in here. Once we get to 10, I think we're gonna go ahead and start talking about the SOTY thing. Are you going to watch the new Supreme video? We're gonna talk about that in just a second. I don't know. Maybe we should just start talking about it. I think so. Okay, so did you guys watch the leaked footage of the Supreme video? I don't know if you guys saw that. I'm not gonna post it or anything, but I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Because that person's probably gonna get in trouble for posting it. But what's up, buddy? Oh, you got your tech deck ramp? Got your tech deck ramp? There you go. Yeah, so somebody posted Tyshawn's part to the Supreme video, the one where he kickflips over the subway, over the like train tracks. Yeah, you can find the leaked stuff. Anyways, I gotta say, after watching that part, you guys should go check it out. I was trying to figure out how we could make it so that we could watch it together, but I'm still trying to figure the streaming stuff out. But I watched that part. I think you guys should go watch it too. Google leaked Tyshawn Play Dead premiere or something like that, and you can watch his part. It's like somebody literally took their iPhone and filmed the screen at the premiere, but it was straight up. It was the part, but here's the thing. I don't think that part was good enough. So I want you guys to go check out the part while you're on the stream and let me know what you think, if that was good enough to take it away from Nyjah. Because I don't know. Did not watch it yet. It's supposed to drop today or soon. Yeah, I don't know when it's supposed to drop. Does anybody know when the Play Dead video drops online? Did Tyshawn just drop a part? Arthur Gravenor? Yeah, so I think Tyshawn, well, he dropped a part in the Play Dead premiere, but that's not out yet. But so here's my theory. I only watched through that once, but I think Tyshawn might have another part. Does anybody know if Tyshawn has one more part planned for this year? Anybody read something in Thrasher or hear something somewhere on somebody's Instagram story? Because the full video is leaked on YouTube. Just checked. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you want to watch the, I could donate $150 to your channel to continue making content. Hey, I'll take it, Jean-Luc Jimenez. That'd be nice, but you don't need to do that. Yeah, so I watched that part. Here's the discrepancy. Did you guys see the switch ollie on Instagram over the picnic table? You probably all did, because Gifted Hater talked about this, about he didn't clear the whole table. He like came off to the side. And I don't remember seeing that switch ollie. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't remember seeing that switch ollie in the Play Dead video. So that makes me think that there is another video part coming. No way in hell that video beats out everything Nyjah did. That's the thing. It was a sick video part, but Nyjah just put down 12 minutes of like the most insane, gnarly, like putting yourself on the line type stuff. What's up, Joao? So what do you guys think? If you've seen Tyshawn's footage and you've seen Nyjah's footage, what do you guys think? I see Jacob Estrada says Tyshawn for SOTY. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you feel like it should be Nyjah? Do you feel like it should be Tyshawn? Do you want it to be one or the other? I'm curious. What do you guys think about it? Oh, you got your basketball, buddy? Oh, and your football. Nyjah does harder tricks. Yeah, that's arguable. I guess here's the thing about Tyshawn, though. Watching Tyshawn's part right now, Alex Moore. All right, yeah. You guys check out Tyshawn's part while you're on the stream. You want to get on the stream, buddy? Nyjah more difficult tricks. He is SOTY. I think that's what a lot of people are thinking, because the thing about Tyshawn is his part was what, like 6 minutes in the play dead, but there was a lot of time wasted with like the Bill Strobeck, like ultra zoom in, like on their nose and everything, and then so it was not like as action packed as the Nyjah part. The Nyjah part was like trick, 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 and it was twice as long. So it, in my mind, at this point, if Nyjah doesn't win, I feel like SOTY is going to lose like credibility. Nyjah, because he's been around longer, I don't think that plays into it. Because think about Jamie Foy, like turned pro and won SOTY the same year. It's been around longer. I don't think plays into it. Nyjah clear. Yeah. Here's the thing. It just comes down to Tyshawn has one more part, but I think we've seen now, you know, it was kind of like when I watched Nyjah's part, I was like, you know what? This is insane. It's like, I think he's done it, but we have to see what the other guys put out. And now that Tyshawn's put out a video, I'm like, the reality is kind of setting in. Like, can anything compare to that Nyjah part? Like, say what you want about the dude, but like, I was thinking about this. If Braden Hoban put out the exact same video part, would he be SOTY? Like, would it even be a question? I think just because Nyjah is Nyjah, people trip out. Like, if anybody else put out that, 12-minute video part or however long it was, and they were like wearing normal skate clothes and not Jordan stuff, I don't think that this would even be a question. It would be like, wow, that guy skated beyond what anybody else is capable of. If you're objective about just skating, hands down, Nyjah wins. Yeah. And the thing is, Nyjah still has one more part to drop. Well, I don't know if it's a part, but he's got clips in a Monster Energy video that's supposed to be dropping. So he's got, I don't know. I mean, you can say he dropped 2 parts. One was throwaway footage and it was still like bangers. And then his 12-minute part literally was like 4 parts. Like, and it had like 20 enders. It's hard to compete with that. Do you guys, what do you think about the comparison between his Shine On part alone was insane? What do you guys think about the Shine On part? I didn't love his Shine On part. Oh yeah, and his Disorder stuff. I keep forgetting about the Disorder stuff because I didn't like it. I didn't like the Disorder video. He did some crazy tricks though, no doubt. But what were your guys' thoughts on Nyjah's parts this year? The Shine On and the Disorder. But also, like, Tyshawn's general video was crazy. Like, I feel like Tyshawn's general video had the feeling of Nyjah's video, the Need That video part. It just wasn't as long. But then the Play Dead for me, it was not on the same level as like the Nyjah's video part. I don't know. It just it didn't hit as hard. Tyshawn seemed like SOTY material, not the disorder stuff though. That's what I'm saying. His disorder stuff, in my opinion, felt like it was just, hey, we went to Miami, let's do some tricks. Like, I don't know, and just not on the same level. I get it. Tyshawn has insane pop, but have you seen his long legs? Nyjah would have so much more in the locker than skating rails. It's a shame he don't do more gap tricks. I think Nyjah's knees and ankles are just dusted from doing skating for so long. That's why you never see him skate gaps anymore. Because young Nyjah skated a lot of gaps. Tyshawn's mouth lost him SOTY and my respect. What did he say? Aria's owner. What did Tyshawn say? I'm curious. I haven't heard this. What up, Carlton? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so back to what Age Skating said. Have you seen Tyshawn's long legs? I think this every time. Tyshawn is like a freak. Like his body structure, his body is like 80% legs somehow. He called Gifted Hater racist for calling out his switch ollie. LMAO. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Gosh dang. What is it with these people, dude? Great to see you live. Always watching your vids. Your vids are awesome. You also have a kid. Great. Hope he skates also in the future. Yeah. He's literally playing with his tech deck stuff right now. He's obsessed with dogs and skateboards. That's what he's into. Yeah, dude. I don't know what's up with everybody just pulling out the race card anytime anything happens. Like Mikey Alfred and then also I guess now Tyshawn. I don't know. I haven't seen this myself. He said it after the switch redo. You didn't catch that? No, I didn't. By the way, what is the height of Tyshawn? I don't know. Tyshawn's tall though. But that's the thing is Tyshawn is tall and he's got huge legs. So pretty much he just like lifts up his legs and he can ollie over like higher than what most people can do. But I mean that's not the like pretty much I feel like Tyshawn has the athletic ability of like a college basketball player, but then on top of that, like he skateboards. Not many skateboarders have that kind of like athleticism. Like most people that can ollie high, it's because they're really good at sucking up their legs, which is different from actually like jumping up into the air. Just watched the new Tyshawn part, tasteful and felt raw. The trash can sessions were nuts, reminded me of Herman skating tables and Stay Gold. In my opinion, not beating out Nyjah though. Yeah, that's the thing. Tyshawn's in his own lane. I mean, he's got the East Coast thing. Arguably, like he's just a completely different like niche. I feel like he's got the I don't know. He just always over giant stuff, and also keep in mind he skates. I feel like arguably harder spots because he's skating in New York. So I don't know. Harder is weird. I think crustier is probably the better word. Hey, what's good? Been enjoying these streams lately. I'm glad, NC23 Jordan. Yeah, I want to do more of these streams. I'm gonna get better at this so that like it can show my face in the corner and we can like watch like parts together. I tried to figure that out today and I blew it. So we're just doing a quick chat. What do you guys want to see on these streams? Let me know. We got 23 people here. I want to hear your thoughts. What are some things that you guys would like me to talk about on the streams? What's happening? Who's mans? Do you know Due Makare, Dutch pro skater? I don't, Carlton. I have no clue who that is. Due Makare. I'll look him up real quick. Due Makare. Skates for Etnies. Couple years older than me. I'll have to check him out sometime. But also, by the way, Nyjah got injured. Giving him SOTY will give him more motivation while he's in rehab. I don't think Nyjah needs more motivation. I think Nyjah is already on a whole different level of motivation and productivity. After watching Tyshawn's play dead part, Nyjah clearly the front runner for SOTY. Yeah, that's how I feel. Um, that heel flip Tyshawn did over the bump to rail was perfection, though. Yeah, I mean, okay, let me know what you guys think about this. But I feel like Tyshawn is a little bit one dimensional. And people probably, you can make the same argument probably about Nyjah, maybe to a lesser degree, but I feel like Tyshawn looks really, really good jumping over stuff. Like his pop, the way he lifts his legs up and like floats with his board, it looks completely unique to him. It doesn't look like it's out of a textbook. It looks like that's Tyshawn. And that's sick, but I don't think I would ever want to see Tyshawn like skate a ledge or like skate big rails. Like I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like I think when you're tall and lanky like that, some things it's harder to look good. Where I feel like Nyjah's he's what like 5'9". I feel like that's the perfect um height and size for a skateboard. Like you're not too tall that the skateboard looks small on you, and you're not too small that the skateboard looks big on you. You don't look like a kid. And I feel like Tyshawn doesn't look weird because you're when you're watching him, you're so like blown away by how high he's popping and what and all that. But when he's not popping high over things, I feel like he does look a little bit I don't know, unique. He looks like Tyshawn. And for me, it's not always a hit. I feel like for me, when I like Tyshawn, it's because he's jumping over something that should not be possible. Nyjah also won Olympic qualifiers. Doesn't that count for anything? No, I don't think so. That's definitely not factoring in with Thrasher. I mean, Thrasher is the antithesis of skate contest, pretty much. So you got to put it down in the streets. Nyjah's a much better all-around skater than Tyshawn. He's really good at everything, but he's the greatest rail skater of all time. Probably. I think I probably agree with that. I actually want to see him in those situations. Rumwald, are you talking about like Tyshawn skating rails? I think that would be interesting to see him jump on like a double kink rail. Cash Crop, he reminds me of Danny Supa or Louis Tolentino. I need to do my homework because I don't know who either of those people are. Yeah, Rumwald, I think that would be interesting to see what like if you put Nyjah and Tyshawn in each other's shoes to try and do what the other person does, I don't think either of them could keep up. Like they just I've heard those names by the way, Cash Crop. I've heard those names. I just yeah, anyways. But yeah, I feel like that shows you kind of like the juxtaposition with the two skaters that it's like they could not even come close to doing what the other person does. Where it's like I feel like there's some skaters like the street league skaters. I feel like they can all kind of do about the same thing, right? You have like Braden Hoban, you have Nyjah Houston. They both can probably have a session together and like hang with each other, but Tyshawn does not fit that mold at all. And if Tyshawn's a mold, Nyjah doesn't fit that at all. Nyjah had depth in his new part. He surprised me with some tricks. It seemed like he went out of his comfort zone for creativity. I agree. I feel like Nyjah. I think there was a line where he did fakie front blunt and fakie back blunt, and then did like a drop trick or maybe a rail trick. And then I did notice that he did do a lot more drop tricks in this part than I think I've ever seen him do. Carlton says, "Great comments here, awesome guys." Yeah, you guys are killing it. Let me know. Keep making comments. It makes this more interesting. Cash Crop, LOL, I'm old. Yeah, well, we're all getting there. Good question. Who would perform better in the other one's shoes? Volo channel, Jaw has positive hype energy. Tyshawn has negative bully energy. I mean, that's you don't know these people, but I can see why you'd say that. But you can make the same argument about Nyjah that he has negative bully energy. I actually I met Nyjah. I've met Nyjah a couple times. So story number one, meeting Nyjah, it was crazy. I was in Salt Lake at Street League, and I went back to my car to charge my phone, and I see this giant SUV pull up like right behind me, like on the next, like my aisle of cars is right here, and then there's the where you drive through, and then right here, and Nyjah parked right here, and I was like right there in my car, and I was like, bro, and I had a disorder board with me that I got for a YouTube video, and I was like, I have this board, Nyjah's right there. I should probably have him sign it. And like, I can still skate it if I want to, but he's right there. This is like once in a lifetime. So I took my board over, and Nyjah was being like super cool with everybody. But I gave him I was like, dude, can you sign my new board? And he saw his disorder board, and disorder had just dropped. So he was like really, really hyped that I had bought one of his boards. But I'm an idiot. I didn't plan at all. I didn't have a Sharpie. And so I was like, oh, dude, I don't have a Sharpie. And I was the last person he was going to sign stuff for. And so he was like, oh, hold on 1 second. And he literally went into his car to find a marker and like found a Sharpie, signed my board, and was just like super, super nice. And then he took a picture of me holding the board and put it on his Instagram. If you saw all that go down on my Instagram and his Instagram, you're OG, because that was like right when I was really trying to take YouTube seriously. So he was like really, really cool in that situation. But then on the opposite side, at the next street league in Lake Havasu, I tried to talk to him, and he like completely blew me off. So like I feel like just depending on the situation that they're in and what's going on, like I feel like Tyshawn could be like super positive or super negative, and Nyjah could be super positive or super negative. Like at the end of the day, they're just people, you know. So all right, let's read some of these comments. Local Joe for SOTY, let's go. No, I'm just kidding. That's one of those things. I mean, not that we're taking this seriously, but if Strasher picks the wrong person as SOTY, I feel like they invalidate themselves. So that's never going to happen. Yes, the height helps to make the ollie taller, but heavier on the rail because the center of gravity is higher. Long legs, short torso helps a lot to make a tall ollie. Yeah, that's a really good point. That it's really like they're built for different kinds of skating, because you think about Jamie Foy, you know, next to Nyjah, maybe the best rail skater at the moment. Look at James Foy. He is really, really short, compact, low center of gravity, stays close to the rail, versus Tyshawn, super tall. It wouldn't work as good on the rail. Yeah, that was crazy. But the crook Nyjah did on the outside of the bent rail was nasty. I always wanted to see someone do it. I've never even thought of that situation. Never seen a rail like that. It would have been cool enough had he just crooked through it, but the fact that he crooked 180'd out was unreal. Floaty McFly, G move, solid. I remember the pick on the story. Alex Marr, dude, you are OG. Everything Tyshawn does on a board looks so aggressive. Love his style. Yes, it's true. He's so powerful, and like I said, it's like the way that he skates is just, it's Tyshawn. It's not anybody else. Like there's some people that just have a style that sticks out. Like you know, nothing, not to take away from Nyjah, but he does have a style that's a little bit like cookie cutter. Like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do everything. Like everything looks very, very structured. And to some people that's kind of boring. I don't mind it. I really like, do you guys watch Wade DeSarmo or Wade DeSarmo? I always say it like SH. Wade DeSarmo. He's one of my favorites, and some people think he's boring because everything is like too perfect. Or P Rod. Some people, you're either on the side of you don't like it to be cookie cutter, or you really appreciate the fact that it's cookie cutter because you know they've mastered their craft, or you want to see something that doesn't look perfect, something that has a little bit more character and flavor. Everything Tyshawn. Did you see the leaked kickflip over the subway gap? That's in the whole part at Stebbin 7. You can find the leaked whole video on YouTube. But yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that was insane. That could be trick of the year right there. That could be trick of the year. Don't sleep on Louis. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he puts out. It sounds like he's gonna put out one more part. He's got this new collab colorway with FA and Converse. When does Tyshawn's part 2 drop? See, that's my question. Is there going to be a part 2 to the general, or was that supposed to be a build up to the part in Play Dead? Tie trucks are Nyjah's strength and weakness. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that takes away from his style, but I think we would probably all be surprised how loose Nyjah's trucks are, because he can still carve around on them, no problem. I like style like TJ Rogers and Tom Penny, even a Reynolds. Yeah. Oh no. My homie caught the toilet paper. About to unravel the whole thing. The whole thing. You have the toilet paper. Yeah, I like TJ Rogers' style. I like how he looks on ledges. He's got a very vertical, like up down type style, if that makes sense. Like everything's like very heavy, which I think is sick. Nyjah doesn't quite have that, but it's also, I think it comes back to how Nyjah dresses as well. If you look at TJ Rogers, Tom Penny, they have such oversized clothes that it's like you see this whole like boom. When they hit the ground, all their clothes go boom and like bounce. And Nyjah does not have that because he's wearing like super light Nike dry fit, whatever. And so it's just like, I feel like the skinnier pants or like shorts, you cannot mask like any imperfections in your skating. That's why I think bigger pants are so popular, is because basically if something goes wrong, you have like a buffer, like a little bubble around you that like makes it look like everything went okay when sometimes it didn't. It like smooths out your style. I personally think, I don't know what you guys think about that, but I think that's part of the reason why maybe Nyjah's style gets criticized so much, is because he's not wearing super baggy pants. Like, I think if he wore baggy pants, his style would look smoother and less robotic. It's on YouTube, but it was filmed bad. You didn't like Will Strobeck's super zoom? I think it's sick because it's his thing, but I appreciate it for that, but I'm not a big fan of it. Come here. Let's read some comments together. All right. There are two cool skaters with different skating styles. It will be very difficult for the judges to give the victory to one of them. Maybe there will be 2 skaters of the year. Doubt it. I don't think there's any way they're doing 2 skaters of the year. TJ is the people's favorite and most down to earth out of them. People always talk about this. Who's the people's champ? People say Spanky, TJ. Who do you guys think is the people's champ for SOTY? Not necessarily who put out the most crazy footage, but who is the people's champ? Strobeck's Supreme Play Dead video must have the Tyshawn footage. Yeah, it does. David Van, I don't know how to say your name, but that footage is on YouTube somewhere. If you just search it, there's leaked footage of people that filmed the premiere. Oh, buddy. Homie pinched his finger. Oh man. I wonder if everybody's trying to make a big deal out of Nyjah's quickly to say anything about Tyshawn putting Bondo on the drill. So tell us more about this kicker situation. Yeah. Oh, buddy. So are people complaining that Nyjah built a little DIY kicker? Because if it's DIY, I don't see the problem with that. Yeah. You see it? That's you. All right. Are you gonna stream now? Are you a streamer? Good Tyshawn imitation, little homie. Oh my gosh, Arya. Bro, chill. Man, you really did not like Tyshawn feeling some type of way. I do think that was, I don't know, it's a bad look. Stuart Linton, it's out right now. I'm watching it. Yeah. We're trying every position to get this guy to calm down. Can we admit that Yuto got robbed last year? I don't think he got robbed. Who won last year? Sushu? Yeah, there's no way. Because Sushu put out 7 parts. Sushu put out way more footage than Yuto did, and one of Yuto's parts was just like throwaway. I mean, yeah. Daddy. Sushu beasted last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there were a few people that were trying to discredit Sushu, but I just don't think anybody skated as hard as Sushu. I think he kind of forced their hand on that one. Put some ice on it. Yeah, should we get some ice on it, or I think he's okay. I think it's just yeah. There we go. Louis Lopez has 2 more parts this year, I think. Yeah. Here's the thing. This is like the big discrepancy here is he can have 2 more parts, but Nyjah literally put out like 4 parts in 1 part. So it's like, just because Louis has 2 more parts, he'd probably need 2 more beyond that, I feel like, to top Nyjah. And the skating has to be out of this world as well. So, Louis has another part coming out. I didn't enjoy him as much, honestly. That Verso part was kind of overrated. I like the Verso part, but it's not for everybody. It's like, it's Sushu's, again, very niche. Very, very niche. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. Let me just needed to show for a second. Deeds. You guys, if you have your phone on you, go to Instagram and check out Deeds' story. He posted the most insane trick on his story. I don't know how it's not in a part. Like, I don't know how. I wish Kater would put out more parts. I have a theory on that. Anything. So, I might make a video on this, but Kater did an interview with Jankum, and Kater talked about that he plans on trying to win SOTY. And he was just saying like how in the skate community it might be looked down upon to like almost be like thirsty like that or greedy to try and like, I don't know, like really be like, I'm gonna win this thing and I'm gonna plan for it and this, that, and the other. But Kater's like, I don't care. It's something that like a goal that I've set for myself that I want to achieve. So my theory is you wish that Kater would put out more parts. My theory is that he's stacking footage and saving it so that maybe next year or the year after he can actually make like a full-on SOTY run. He is high when he said that, bro. Jamie Davis, were you there? I mean, he probably was, but I don't think that he's probably high most of the time. That doesn't mean that he didn't mean it. I think it's a good thing that skaters are gunning for SOTY now. It raises the level of everyone's skating. That's true. I feel like somebody posted Nyjah's. I think it was Manny Santiago posted Nyjah's part on his story, and he was like, every single part he raises the bar, and I really feel that this is Nyjah's part was truly like groundbreaking, and I know a lot of people don't like that. They're like, we don't need to see more rails. We don't need to see. We want to see more flavor, more interesting, and Nyjah's not interesting. whatever. Teach their own. I think it's just interesting. Like I think it's cool to see somebody just like pushing the envelope still. Um, what does him being high have to do with anything low? Yeah, that's what I thought. Trick of the year. Yeah, what are your guys' picks for trick of the year? This is always an interesting discussion. I mean, I feel like Nyjah's ender could be trick of the year. I don't feel like it will be, but Tyshawn's kickflip could be trick of the year. T Funk could be trick of the year. Yeah, I think a lot of people like the China Banks Ollie. And also in terms of like Thrasher, well, okay, so Thrasher doesn't do trick of the year. It's Street League, the SLS trick of the year. So I was gonna say the China Banks. I feel like that plays into Thrasher giving trick of the year to T Funk, but since it's SLS, then I don't know. I don't know. Nyjah needs vintage filming and some better clothes. It will be over for everybody. I don't think the clothes are gonna change, but I did see a VX angle of his tricks at Clipper, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like so sick. Like I like the high quality stuff. I'm generally into like HD stuff, but I saw a VX angle and I was like, man, you never see Nyjah really skating with like raw footage like that on like a VX. So that was sick. Is it true that Evan Smith turned down SOTY in 2018 and that's why they gave it to TJ? I believe so. Yeah, I believe that is true. That Evan Smith basically felt like he didn't deserve it, but I don't know how that would work logistically because they like surprise you and everything. So maybe they like went to surprise him and he was like, no. Okay, all right. David Rowland setting the record straight. No, Evan Smith said he didn't turn it down. Okay. I remember reading an article where they asked him that question, but I couldn't it was fuzzy whether or not he said yes or no. What are some other tricks of the year you guys think? I don't know, man. Mm, I did. I feel like there's a lot. Like, here's what's crazy is like, how do you pick? Like, how do you pick trick of the year? Because it's so subjective. Because like Nyjah's half cab front heel fakey nose grind on Clipper, like that's pretty insane. Nick Garcia's 50180 and then right away. I really like that trick. But also Tyshawn over the subway. Ah, and then also T Funk, China Banks. I think for me, that has to be the kickflip over the subway. I when is Play Dead released? I don't know when it's released, but there's leaked footage out on YouTube if you want to watch really crappy quality of it. The subway by TJ was filmed so bad. I didn't mind it. China Banks was gnarly. See, here's the thing about the subway is I used to live in Sydney, Australia, and be at the train station like all the time. And you always, if you like live in a city with a train or whatever, and you see the platform on the other side and you see this side, and you're like, you always imagine to yourself as a skater, like, could somebody ollie across it? Or like you imagine like running across it, trying like if I got stuck down there, would I be able to climb out with before getting smushed by a train? Like all these I don't know, that would always go through my head. But so it's something that's like relatable because it's literally that is like a death zone. If you stay down there, you will die. A train will come and it will kill you. So it's like timing and everything. Um, I feel like Atiba should get a freaking uh Fody photo or Pody photographer of the year for that shot because he was down on the train tracks. If a train came, he was just as screwed as TJ. Yeah. The trick is hard enough. Props to TJ. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was right up. Forget the train. If you hit the third rail, you are cooked. Is that the one with the electricity? Kiwis rail bus rules. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how trains work, but I guess you could die if you land on the you can get electrocuted. That's so I didn't understand that. So Atiba's down there like on the train tracks, like down in there, just like looking to his right, like, man, I just need to not trip and fall on that thing. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. Tyshawn said in an interview, it's the scariest trick he's ever attempted. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Um, yeah, I like that trick too because it's so relatable. Obviously, like I said before, because everybody's been to a train station and imagine that. But also, that has nothing to do. Well, kind of does, but that's more about distance than about height. I feel like Tyshawn's always popping really high, but not necessarily really far. So I feel like that makes it more relatable because you see all this Tyshawn stuff and you're like, whoa, that's mind blowing, that's mind blowing, that's mind blowing. And it just almost doesn't connect as well as when you see him ollie across that. Everybody understands going fast and trying a trick. Question: anyone getting tired of him popping over trash cans? A little bit, yeah. I think it's cool for the Instagram story, but I don't know. I had mixed feelings about in his play dead part, the whole trash can thing. But then again, it's like this is Tyshawn leaving his mark on skateboarding, and that's fine. Like it may get like a little bit stale, but in years from now, who's going to be the trash can guy? Like, it's like Tyshawn left his mark. Like nobody did it like that. Everybody who's like a high pop guy is going to be compared to Tyshawn forever. Tyshawn is a great skateboarder and has good pop. Not many rails or other types of tricks. Yeah, I think that's true. He's a little bit one dimensional. Nyjah's a little bit more well-rounded. Like Nyjah's definitely a rail guy, but he is definitely a little bit more well-rounded. Also, I want to know, why do you guys think Tyshawn is not? Why is Tyshawn not in Street League? Like, why does he never try? Is it like an image thing? Is it a pride thing? He doesn't want to be associated with that. The play dead part was disappointing, honestly. I just wanted to see the subway gap. Yeah, okay, Jacob. He doesn't want to. Yeah, well, why? This guy, dude. We already established that. I want to hear your thoughts, Jacob. Why is Tyshawn not like what's going through his head that he doesn't want to do it? TJ's kickflip over the rails is already historical, but NH did a switch heel over a rail and stairs in one gap. So yeah, both are incredible. Pop is I always struggle with this. I'm so bad at math. Pop over personality because kids are looking up to these guys. Oh no, personality over pop. Okay. He just doesn't care about street league. He's running businesses, skating in the streets. He just doesn't have time. Yeah. Tyshawn only skates street is my guess. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like TJ said he literally doesn't care about street league. Yeah. I guess if he doesn't care, that's like his thing. Nyjah did some manual tricks, gaps, switch. Every clip was gnarly. Yeah. I don't know. Regardless of if he has no interest in doing it, it's like I don't know. You look at Braden Hoban. He went from being nobody to like he wins the. He put out a gnarly part, but I feel like it was not. People didn't really grab onto it as much as they should have, and didn't really understand how ridiculously good Braden Hoban was until you put him on the spot and say, "All right, Braden, you have this amount of time to do a trick on the Hubba Hideout remake." And then he just did a bajillion tricks. And then you put him in a street league situation and you're like, okay, you have this time to do these tricks, go. And like being able to perform under pressure like that, I feel like does say something about how good you are at skateboarding. That it also, I mean, there's the mental aspect to it. Like you might get bugged out by all the pressure and whatnot, but the same time, it's like if you got it like that, you got it like that. Braden Hoban doesn't really seem like a big, like, competitive person. It's just he's that ridiculous at skateboarding. So I like that about Street League, that you get to watch and compare and see how different people skate the same obstacles in the same course. I think it's sick. I think Tyshawn, um, I think he would benefit from being in Street League, but maybe he's not very consistent. I've never seen the dude skate, so maybe it's like, eh. Hey, I heard a rumor that Cater is off Baker. Is that true? He was on IG asking people for designs. People think he is starting his own company. Interesting. I think it's too early for Cater to start his own company. What do you guys think? Should Cater start his own company, or is that too early? Hobont, in my opinion, had less pressure because it was his first time. All the pressure was on Ribeiro. Without pressure, he went in overkill mode, but Ribeiro landed that under pressure clutch. That's true. Nyjah being extremely consistent with doing really hard tricks on demand in competition, then taking that to another level in the street by doing tech trick on giant rails is nuts. Yeah, the fact that he has it both, on in a competition, but also in the streets. But if you look at Nyjah's skating, there is not a lot of room for error. I think to do that level of like rail skating, the danger is just so high that you have to be consistent. Otherwise, you're not going to last. Yuto's Yuto is so sad at Street League now because he's not battling Nyjah anymore. He's like hella bored. Well, he's battling Gustavo Ribeiro. I mean, they're both right there. Those are the two dudes that if Nyjah's not there, it's like one of them are gonna win it. Way too early. I'm guessing you're referring to Cater starting a board company. I agree. Maybe he's starting a clothing company. I do know that is true, that Cater does want to start a clothing company. I respect Street League. I prefer real street skating over contest, but then you have Tampa. Contest is nuts, pro and am. No shot. Andrew let Cater walk. I'm with David. What did David say? Yeah, that's true. Okay. Local Joe for SOTY. Dude, just keep entering my name. Just let's try and get people choice award. Local Joe. What's a better trick of the year wise? Going bigger or doing an NBD? Well, I don't think you can win if you do an ABD. So I don't understand that question. Hungry Nyjah is gone. You think Nyjah's not hungry anymore? I think Nyjah's probably the hungriest he's ever been because this is the first time he's really been like seriously injured. I heard a rumor that Cater was an investor in Violet skateboards. Interesting. He can still be an investor and not ride for them though. But that is interesting. I love that Cater is low-key just like loaded. Like seriously. He's super hungry. Yeah. Yeah. Whoever Blake Wilson, Hungry Nyjah is gone. I don't know. Why do you say that? I don't understand that. I feel like he's the hungriest he's ever been. Andy Anderson freestyle is ahead of its time, or do you think the trend is from the past? I mean, I think freestyle is coming back to like a niche, but I don't think freestyle is going to be like mainstream skateboarding. Like everybody's trying to learn like walk the dog or whatever but I do think that people are getting back into it. I think it's a growing thing again, but I don't think it's going to blow up. Local Joe for Liquid Death sponsor, Murder Your Thirst. Yes, Murder Your Thirst. In a contest, I like to see runs, flowing ones, staying on the board, not one trick setups. Yeah, I like to see both. Have you seen the new Supreme video I meant? I just saw a Tyshawn's part. I haven't seen the whole Supreme video. I'm just gonna wait till it comes out because the leaked footage is it's hard to watch. Like it's just hard to watch somebody film a theater screen. Hang on, Nyjah is very hungry and he's not leaving much to others. Yeah, I agree. Hungry in different ways. Okay, here's the defense, Blake Wilson. Blake Wilson claims that Nyjah's Hungry Nyjah is gone. Here's his defense for it. Hungry in a different way. Seems like he only cares about his company now, not going for gold in contests. See, here's the thing. I don't think Nyjah cares about contests as much as you think he does. I just think when he gets in a contest, he's so competitive naturally that he can't help but to like go as hard as he can and try and come in first place. So I don't think his contest mentality has changed, but I do agree that he does seem way more focused on his company, which I think is really cool. Also, like shout out Nyjah for getting Clive Dixon on Disorder. That's a big move. I think Nyjah's definitely way more consistent and he's really committed, but Tyshawn is wanting to catch up. I don't think it's really like a catch up thing because their skating is just so different. I think Tyshawn like knows that he's not Nyjah and Nyjah knows he's not Tyshawn. I just think that Nyjah has been working for years on that part he put out, and it sucks for Tyshawn that he was trying to make another run for SOTY, and Nyjah has just been stacking so hard for so long that it's like it's hard to beat that Nyjah part. What's good, Joe? Skating with Calhoun? Not much, dude. Just chilling. Luckily, the homie is being super chill, and probably gonna put him down for a nap soon. Nyjah wasn't in SLS because he was injured. Yeah, that's true. What's the best advice for progressing and commitment? Skate every day and do something that scares you every day. Like, even if it's just a little bit out of your comfort zone, and getting used to like getting out of your comfort zone, like that is the skill, is learning how to handle fear and learning how to commit and all those things. If you practice being afraid every single day and doing something that's out of your comfort zone, not to the point that you're going to get smoked and like die, but just enough that you feel like a little bit of fear, practicing feeling fear and overcoming it is a skill. So I would say that's for commitment, that's the biggest thing. Blake Wilson and video parts could just be because he's going for SOTY this year. Yeah, Tiago switchback, not a no on picking table. That was sick. That was so sick. Blake Wilson video parts just because he's going for SOTY this year. I don't think so. But I see why you'd say that. I just disagree. I just think Nyjah wants to put out 10-minute plus parts every time at this point to be like a cut above the rest. So I think it just happened to be that he had 10 minutes of footage. It's like, when am I going to put it out? At the beginning of the year or at the end of the year? If I put it at the end of the year, then I at least have a chance for SOTY. So it's like, yeah, duh, let's put it out at the end of the year. But I don't think he's necessarily like too obsessed with SOTY. In my opinion, people hate Nyjah. He's been going off since a kid. Yep. But guys, TJ Rogers battling cancer with chemotherapy and then putting videos like this out. I'm not saying it deserves a pity award, but damn, in my book, that's SOTY material. Agreed. Yeah, I think that is like people's champ material. Like, obviously you can't give him SOTY because if you give SOTY as a pity award, it loses its meaning, right? And then nobody cares about it anymore. But TJ Rogers had a crazy year. I think he deserves more recognition just in general. Nyjah did have that incredible game of skate with P-Rod. Let's not forget how amazing that was. Yeah, that was such a sick game of skate. Doesn't factor into SOTY in my opinion at all. But that was definitely a highlight of the year. In like the Battle of the Barracks was like literally falling apart. That was the one thing that like was like it felt like OG Battle of the Barracks. Nyjah, yeah, that's true. Who do you want for SOTY? At this point, I'm all in for Nyjah. I think he deserves it. As far as who I want, I always want Jamie Foy for SOTY, but I don't think this is his year. But I think Jamie Foy could win it again, but I don't think he's too bothered by it. But yeah, Jamie Foy is like my favorite skater. Jamie Foy, Kyle Walker. I don't know. I have a few. P-Rod. Nyjah's not necessarily one of my favorite skaters, but you can't deny how talented he is. I keep hearing that Nyjah won't win SOTY because he's a contest skater. Reason being that Phelps always chose the most raw. Would make sense that Thrasher would keep that kind of rule. I mean, that could happen. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but Nyjah's low key tight with all the Thrasher dudes. Like, I don't know. I know there's a lot of like disdain for how he behaves, like his mannerisms and the way he dresses and all this, but like Thrasher, Nyjah's paying for ads in Thrasher. Like, I don't know. He's low key. He's tight with all the Thrasher guys. So Dan Mancina is the true SOTY, no vision, shredder of ledges, wizard powers. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they should do a, what do you call that? All abilities. What do they call that in Do Tour, where they have like Dan Mancina and all these people like skate that like are blind or whatever, have something going on like that. TJ Rogers goes hard, no cap. People champ, you've said it. Yeah, I think TJ Rogers is the people's champ. Truth be told, I'm one of the few Nyjah believers. Loved him since the Dread days and think he deserves SOTY. Nyjah for SOTY, agreed. Yeah, I think a lot of people agree that Nyjah is the SOTY, but just find it weird that skaters, the most accepting group of people I've ever met, hate Nyjah just because he dresses like a jock. Facts. Well, I think it's because they feel like Nyjah has almost disowned skateboarding. But I mean, I don't know. You can't really take the skateboarding community like too seriously. It's just a bunch of people, and I don't know, because the skateboard community can be like really accepting or like not at all. Like I don't know. In some ways they are, in some ways they aren't. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I loved watching Jamie Foy's 9 Club chat. He seems like such a chill guy. Definitely in my top 3. Yeah, I met Jamie Foy at Street League. It was crazy. Here's the story. So I was skating around the stadium in Salt Lake where they were holding the vert contest. Oh, buddy, you hit your head. And basically, I was skating around trying to scope out some pros. Just trying to scope out some pros to talk to. And then I see Jamie skating towards me, and I'm like, this is like my idol, dude. This is my guy. And so I'm like, yo, Jamie, dude. And we're skating past each other on our boards, and I just put out my hand to give him like a high five. Yeah. And right as I give him a high five, he hits a pebble, and his board goes shooting backwards in like where I'm riding. And so I go pick up Jamie Foy's board, and I'm like, bro, here you go. And I was like, dude, I'm wearing your shoes. I had his pro model slips, and I asked him a question about them. And anyways, he was super, super nice, super chill, but he was definitely like in a hurry to get to the vert contest because he probably was like, I don't know. He gets harassed by like so many kids because he's Jamie Foy. Let's see. What's your opinion about skaters who act too cool to talk to you to get that kind of vibe off some pros? Won't call any names. No, say the names. Say the names. I want to hear. No, like I don't know if you were here earlier, but basically, I had that experience with Nyjah. I had one experience where he was like super nice, super chill, and I had another experience where he basically like cool guide me. There you go. Oh, buddy. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Both of you are cute, thanks. But yeah, I mean, it happens, and honestly, I don't blame them because I personally, like, sometimes I go to the skate park and I don't talk to anybody. Like, I'm just like, I'm there to skate. And it's not that I'm trying to be rude or anything, but it's just like, I don't know. I see how some people would like see me as like a like I'm cool guying or whatever, but like that's not how it is. It's just like I'm not like always the most friendly person. That's just like the reality of it. I feel like I'm a nice person. I'm not rude or anything, but I'm not the most outgoing person all the time. You simply can't. You simply cannot deny Nyjah's talent. If you do, you're trying too hard. I don't like him. I don't particularly enjoy watching him skate, but he's one of a kind. Yeah, I feel like that's why he's going to win SOTY this year. Skateboarding has a broad spectrum of styles. Blake, I've said it yesterday. Nyjah has his own style. He is the only one who can pull it off. Skateboarding should be less about how you dress, even if we all brand ourselves. True. Piece 3, day tour of duty. Joe, take care of your little one. We'll be back. Both of you are cute. Joe, is your top 3 favorite skaters? Chet, no, I'm good. We're gonna end this out. I'll go with my top 3 favorite skaters, and then we'll dip. So I would have to say, shoot, number 1. I don't know if I can put one above the other. I love Jamie Foy. Like I love watching Jamie Foy. Yeah, Jamie Foy is definitely in there. Ishad Ware. So like if I'm trying to get hyped to go skate, Ishad Ware and Jamie Foy are like the go-tos. So I feel like that's pretty basic. I feel like a lot of people would say that. But number 3, I always say Kyle Walker because he had this part, Vans No Other Way. I think that was the year that he won SOTY. That literally just like got me so juiced to skate and like changed my trajectory in skating. Like that part like meant so much to me. I watched it so many times, like countless times. So I always include him in my top like 3 favorite skaters because like without that video part, I don't think I would feel the same way about skating. Like that one really, really made an impact on me. So those are probably my top 3 favorite. I feel like the way I look at it is it's like it's hard to pick favorites, but who do I want to watch before I go skate? It's probably those 3. But also I love P-Rod. Like P-Rod is the GOAT, and he also gets me super hyped. What's the name of Kyle Walker's part again? It's called No Other Way. It's a Vans video, and it's like a team montage, and then him and Elijah Burrow, I think, have parts, and then it's a team montage. It's a short video, but his part was ridiculous. What are your guys' favorite? Who are your guys' top 3? Who's your Mount Rushmore of skateboarders? I want to hear what you guys have to say while the homie is being chill. Gons, Gino, and KB. That's such an interesting grouping. Gons, Gino, and KB. I'm guessing you're talking about Kevin Bradley. Because, I mean, there's also Kevin Braun. Yuto, P-Rod, and Costin. Interesting. Those are some big names. Yuto, P-Rod, and Costin. I do really like Yuto, but it's not the same. I think his style doesn't do it for me. It doesn't get me as hyped. I love Ishad's like just such casual style. I love that. Andy Anderson wins runner up. I swear you're trying to get a reaction out of me at this point. Andy Anderson's on a different planet. What do you think about the Mikey situation? Yo. Dude, drop it in the chat if you think I should make a video on the Mikey situation, because man, I feel like it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and it's like all like I don't know. I feel like he's just chosen to go down a path, and he, even despite the fact that it's literally costing him everything that he's worked so hard to build, he's just so determined to go down this path. MF said Andy. I know. That was my thoughts too. No offense to whoever said Andy. I don't know if that was a joke or something. Malta, P-Rod, the General are my top three. By the General, I'm guessing you're referring to Tyshawn's cheesy nickname. I'm not a big fan of that nickname. I don't know. It's a little too much. Stopped following it after everyone left. Did you see Jenkum got somebody into the premiere? What premiere? Oh, yeah, the IC premiere. Yeah. Tyshawn didn't deserve it in 2018. Definitely shouldn't win it this year. It would be good content, but kind of played out. See, that's what I'm thinking, Jim Box, is it's kind of played out, but at the same time, it keeps getting crazier. David Van Late. All negativity. Don't go there. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know if I don't know. I feel like half of skateboarding is negativity. And it's like I'm fine with that. Some people are like, oh, skateboarding is so negative and so just like toxic or whatever. But it's like it's just how people are, and like I accept that. And so it's like I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing to talk about like negative stuff. It's just it is what it is. It exists, and there's no need to like internalize it, but I think it's fine to talk about. When's Playdead dropping? I don't know. Drop it in the comments if you know anything about when Playdead is actually dropping online, so we can all watch it. Secure the bag. Yeah, I don't know if that would secure me the bag, because it's like it's fully played out, but I don't know. I know this is like off topic, but as far as the Mikey situation, I'm not sure if you guys saw iDabble. Jordan Maxon did a video with Mikey to try and like basically help Mikey like restore his name, because Jordan was trying to, be nice and let Mikey have a voice, and like basically, try and straighten the situation out and win back the hearts of the people or whatever. And then Mikey just went on and said the same crazy stuff, didn't apologize for anything, like didn't, I don't know. Like he's just so reckless. Like you don't just call somebody racist just to like call them I know some people do that, but I like when you're calling somebody that's not racist, like you're pretty much at like the bottom of the barrel. So yeah, uh you're saying that the iDabble video got deleted, right? So Mikey posts on his story last night that a conversation, and he took out the name of the person, but there was a conversation where somebody messaged Mikey, and they're like, "Hey man, I'm taking the interview down. I wanted that video to help people see your side of the story and make them like, feel better about the situation. But all it's doing is people are just taking it and running with it in a negative way." And so the anonymous filmer of that video took it down because he didn't want to hurt Mikey's reputation any further. And Mikey was basically like, he was basically calling out Anonymous for not being able to take the heat and the hate. And anyways, it appears to be that person was Jordan Maxon, and it was that iDabble interview that he put up to try and straighten things out and try and help out Mikey because he cares about Mikey. And it did the opposite, and so he took it down because he genuinely cares about Mikey and wants things to work out for him. And then Mikey turned around and basically threw him under the bus. So I just feel like he can't do anything to help his situation at this point. Like he's just determined. Sour Skateboards is fire. Yeah, I read an article about them, but I didn't watch their video. Hi, Joe. Thank you so much for the tutorials you make. Landed tray flip and big spin today because of your tutorials. Heck yeah. That's super sick. Blake Wilson. I work at a middle school and the kids call their teachers racist for telling them to go to class. Super weird, but it's almost become a default play to play the race card. Yo, loan me $5. You're so funny, dude. Hey, thank you, JJE, for the 5. You're hilarious, and I just want to say that's the first time anybody's ever donated to a stream. I've only done this is my second stream, so but yo, dude, that's crazy. Thank you so much, JJE, for the 5. That's really nice of you. I don't know. Maybe I should be doing more of these streams. Let me know, guys. Like, I don't know. It's pretty much only worth it to do if they get like a ton of views, and they probably won't, like money wise, but it helps me like get to know you guys. And have you ever considered doing Patreon, Jim Box? Yeah, I do Patreon. I have like 3 subscribers. I do like, if you have like a basic skate trick, like I'm not very good, but if you have a trick that you've seen me do that you're working on, I do like skate coaching. Dude. Chat, dude, thank you. we're out here making that money. No, I do Patreon. I do skate coaching, and basically, like, you can send me all of your like attempts and whatnot, and I'll like give you my advice of like how to approach it and how to like work on the trick. So that's what my Patreon is about. Or if you just want to like donate a weekly or a monthly subscription or whatever, you can do that too. But I don't know. If you guys like this streaming stuff, like I'll invest in like getting like a whole setup and do it more often. You're gonna have to put up with this guy though. No, you have to put up with this guy screaming every now and again, because I do this when Cam is at work, and it's hard for me to like film and edit because she's always working and I'm always watching him, and the light gets goes away so soon now that it's winter time, so it's like I have no time to like film. So anyways, I'm probably gonna be doing this streaming thing more if you guys are into it. I am Bongzilla. Love Joe. What's your top 3 skate YouTube content creators? There's no snow right now, Stuart. Here you go, buddy. Top 3 YouTube content creators. You should watch skate videos on stream. Yeah, I want to do that. Joe Star, however you say that. But I need to figure out the software and like how to manage all that streaming stuff. Top 3 YouTube skate content creators. Love the content. Keep it up. Blake Wilson. Dude, you guys are just blessing me right now. You guys are too nice, dude. Dropping all this money for me. It's super nice of you guys. Mine are Local Joe. That's funny. Let's hit up Skate George. I rarely go to Skate George because so basically this is what my day looks like. Cam goes to work, I watch this guy, and then when she gets home at 5, I go and do like Uber deliveries. So that's like kind of how we keep everything afloat as she's starting out in her real estate career. So until she starts making good money, it's like my evenings are full of just like Uber deliveries. So I don't really have time to go to Skate George, unfortunately. The only time I have to really skate is if she can come work from home while he takes a nap, and then I can go to the park. But even then, like in that situation, I don't like going to Skate George. I'd rather go to the other park, Ivan's, the one that you guys always see me skating. Watch Gino's piece on Thrasher Mag, dude. I literally saw that Do you make income from YouTube, Joe? Yeah, I do, but it's like, so it depends on how views are going, right? So like, since Cam's been working full time, it's just been really, really hard to like put as much like thought and effort into everything. So my views have been like really struggling. And so like for example, November just ended. I made like under $500. So it's like, I don't know, with Uber deliveries, I can make that in a week. So it's like, I don't know. A long term, this is like what I want to do. So I'm still investing in the future and whatnot and trying to trying to like, stick with it because long term this is like I love skateboarding. I love like this is fun. Like I like doing this. So I'm still sticking with it, but it's definitely not paying. I've had months where I've made like 1,500 and I like really thought that, like, oh, I've made it. Like here we go. It's just gonna get better from here. But then it's just like I don't know. YouTube income just fluctuates so much that it's hard to predict. It's like it's really hard to predict. And also that was when like I was working full time at it. Now it's like I pretty much do what I can in terms of like between watching him and doing Uber deliveries. Like, yeah, it's a lot. We're really, really busy, but this is fun. This is a fun way to like create content, which is just like hands off. I literally just like stream, talk to you guys. You guys are sick. And yeah, it's fun to just talk about stuff that I don't really have anybody to talk to unless I'm at the skate park. Gotta hit the Dan Corrigan upload schedule. Yeah, dude. I would love to. At one point I was doing like daily, like it was out of control. I would literally like film one every day, come home, edit it. And like that was my goal, was to do like one a day, but eventually it just like it got to be too much. And just yeah, kind of started burning myself out. For more skating, less Uber. Dude, Blake Wilson, dude, $12? Bro, you guys are too nice, dude. You guys are too nice. I'm not, I don't, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it when you guys like are donating money because I feel like it's, I have a hard time believing that it's like justified. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But I appreciate it nonetheless. I feel like I shouldn't turn it down because it's like I don't know. You guys, I work for you guys, so it's like it's almost like you guys are tipping me, right? So like I should feel good, right? Chet, I should feel good about it. I should be like, yeah, I'm doing something right, but at the same time, it feels a little weird. Skaters supporting skaters, 1,000%. Yeah, appreciate you guys, dude. That's super nice of you guys. Nick Stain. What do you mean, Enrique Meza? Nick Stain is skater of the year or what? Spambot. I work full time at a middle school and skate whenever I can. Watching your vid motivates me to skate, so I just want to see you do more and keep growing. You're gonna need some mods in here. Are you psyched for the new Washington Park coming within the next year or so? Yeah, so a couple things. There is a new skate park being built where I live. Like that's so sick, huge. It's gonna be it's supposed to be able to like host like street leagues and like contests. So kind of like the Lake Havasu skate park, if you've ever seen that one. So once that gets built, we're gonna have a few skate parks to choose from as far as making content. Also, up where my parents live, up northern Utah, they're building uh, a new skate park up there as well. You guys probably seen me post about it on my story on Instagram. But that's going to be 4 parks in that little place in Logan, Utah. So when I go visit them, me and Silas can go up there and visit my parents while Cam's down here working, and we can hit up hella skate parks. Like, yeah, I don't know. take a trip to Hiram. It's worth it. Yeah, gym box, dude. Like that, I want to go to that skate park so bad. It's just scheduling, and now it's snowy, so it's just that blows. But it is what it is. OG Skate Shop, dude. Tell me more about you, OG Skate Shop. Are you an actual skate shop, like somewhere in the U.S. or are you in Germany? Where I feel like you're in Germany. I feel like I may have looked into this once. Joe, what trucks do you skate? I've only ridden indies, so I'm curious if others are worth trying. Yes, sure. Yeah, Germany. Yeah, cool. I knew I looked that up once. Shout out to OG Skate Shop. Okay, what was I saying? What trucks? I skate Thunders. I used to skate Indies, only Indies. But then I learned crooked grinds, and then when I switched to Thunders with my crooked grinds, like I just changed my life. So that's when I was just like, all right, I don't know if I can go back to Indies. I've tried a couple times, but it's hard. I'm kind of converted to Thunders at this point. They the way that they pinch and everything, they just feel right. Do a video when you coach some skater. I feel like I've been doing more of those videos. Drop it in the chat if you want to see me do more coaching videos like that. And what tricks you'd want me to do. Like I've got some like really good tips for. I've got some videos coming up for tray flips and videos coming up. I could do shove it, like front shove, back shove, like some real. I think a really good way to approach those tricks. So. Um, yeah, definitely I can have that come in the future. Okay, you guys are blowing up the chat. I'm just trying to keep up here. Do a video when you coach a skater. Yes, it's Germany. For the views, you got to make a vid at Santa Clara Park. Dude, oh man, I've thought about it so many times. There's this really crappy park right by where I live, and yeah, it's so bad. But I don't know how to make that interesting. Like you say it's for the views, but it's like sometimes you think something like that would like blow up because it's like so bad, but you got to figure out a way to present it so that it actually like connects with people. How do you feel about polar big boys? Too big in my opinion, but I do like the looser pants, and I really like the look of corduroys, but I can't say I'm a huge fan of polar big boys. Keep doing your thing, my brother. It's inevitable that your time is coming. All of your hard work will pay off soon. It's only a matter of time. Hey, appreciate that. Stach Kong. I don't know how to say your name, but hell yeah, thank you. OG Pay in the house. Damn, David. I don't know what that means. Alles gut. Oh, you guys speaking German to each other? What feels different about crooks on Thunders? I learned them on Indies. Oh yeah, y'all are speaking German. Well, what feels different about crooks is because the axle. So we've got a tech deck here. The axle on Indies is pushed out closer to the nose. So that means like say you're on a ledge, right? With Indies, you're like at this angle. On Thunders, it's like a bit steeper. So that means when you lock into your crook, it's like more vertical, and you have to put more weight down onto the wheel to pinch it to stay in that perfect like pinch zone. So it's harder to get in, but once you're in the pinch on Thunders, it's game over. So that's the difference between Indies and Thunders. It's on Indies, it's a flatter pinch. On Thunders, it's a steeper pinch, which means it's locked in more on Thunders. So I would definitely recommend trying Thunders because the crooks, they really do feel better. You gonna watch the Play Dead video? Yeah, I will. Maybe I'll figure out how to freaking actually stream and like be able to watch things with you guys. Maybe get a mic or something. How's the audio sound through my AirPods? Does it sound okay? Is it too quiet? I don't know. I worry. Okay. 93 are superior to big boys. Okay. cool. I don't know what 93 are. I think their other pants, are they like the original Big Boys? Like they were already doing the big pants thing before Big Boys. I think I might have talked to them on Instagram, and we played with the idea of them sending me some pants. I think it was 93. I don't know. But it never worked out. Good to know. I've had trouble holding crooks in the pinch, so that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, Thunders, it's harder to get in, but once you're in, you're locked. Trey every day, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I wish. Dude, I have such problems with my tray flips because it hurts my knees, but hopefully I'll solve that. Either slip into no slides or back nose grind half the time. Yeah, let's think. If you're slipping into no slide, just trying to think, how do you fix that? If slipping into no slide. If you're slipping into no slide, you're probably putting too much weight on your toes. If you think of it like a gas pedal for crooks, you want to almost like lift your foot off the gas pedal. You want to try and lift up your toe for back crooks. For front crooks, it's the opposite. For front crooks, you want to try and lift your heel up and get your heel off of the board. And then for back crooks, same, lift your toe to try and hold down that pinch. And also, let me know if this makes sense or helps any of you guys, but try to keep your back shoulder like try and keep it in between your board and the ledge. There's like a little pocket there. Trying to keep your shoulders in line with the ledge, aka keeping your back shoulder like a little bit close to the ledge. I think that'll help you from slipping into no slide. And then in terms of getting into back nose grind, you're just too close to the ledge. Let's see, kickflip back no slide. Yeah, I do kickflip no stalls every now and again. So it's conceivable that I could kickflip back no slide, but the thing is, you've got to be able to like pull it front side, right? Do like kind of like a front side flip to get it fully like that. So that's kind of the issue with the kickflip back no slide. But I could do one where I just wax the crap out of the ledge and like come like a crooked no stall and see if I can get a little bit of slide out of a flip in. They both $120 plus jeans. Yeah, I don't get the spending that much money for jeans, dude. That's crazy. Okay, guys, we've been at this for an hour and a half. You guys made my day. We clocked in what? $2, $2, $10. So that's 14, $19. You guys are just, you're too nice. I really appreciate that, you guys. I'm trying to be more personal and like trying to connect with you guys better so that I can know how to make better content for you. So that's the main reason I want to do these live streams, is so that I can actually like converse with you and get an idea of like what you guys are into, what you care about, and then try and make content that kind of fits who you guys are better. Because it's like our demographic is like people that are between 25 to 35. That's the biggest thing, the biggest demographic. So I'm just trying to figure out like what are you guys into? Daniel Benford, what's up? Shout out Australia. Where are you at in Australia? I don't know if you know this, but I lived in Sydney for 2 years. It helped me to focus on my front shoulder and trying to align them with the ledge and crooks. But the back shoulder works too. Yeah, ultimately, Blake, it's both. Brizzy. Okay. I know some people from let's think. I know some people from Brisbane. Not really close to them anymore, but I know somebody from the Gold Coast. I lived with a guy from the Gold Coast when I was in Australia. I've never been up there, but I would like to. I feel like Brisbane seems like super, super nice. How's skating in Brisbane? How are the parks up there? Is Tommy Finn up in Brisbane? Tommy Finn and Chloe the Flow? Thanks for helping with the toe flick on heel flips. Yeah, that pinky toe in the corner pocket. That's going to make those heel flips go. So we've got like I don't know if we have the same group of people that we started with. So what are your guys' thoughts on the Nyjah versus Tyshawn situation? I want to see if there's some new takes on this. Who do you think is going to win Skater of the Year? I want to just bring it back to where we started because I'm not sure if any of you guys were here for all that. OG Skate Shop says Nyjah. Why do you think Nyjah, OG Skate Shop? Have to. Nyjah. That's $20 an hour, Joe. You making that on Uber Eats? That is about what I make on Uber Eats. I love Tyshawn. Nyjah for sure. So OG Skate Shop, you love Tyshawn, but you think it's Nyjah. Yeah, I think Nyjah's pretty much punched his ticket at this point. I think it's hard to beat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. I feel weird like leaving you guys, but I think I'm gonna dip out of here. It's super nice of you guys. Tyshawn, I'm gonna have to drop some crazy part. Yeah. Greetings from Costa Rica. ¿Cómo estamos? Ferran Matoro. ¿Cómo estás hoy día? ¿No sabías que yo hablo español? How do you feel about Switch Ollie over the picnic table? I think it's sick. I thought it was sick that Tyshawn went back and redid it. Switch tray over long table? Who? OG Skate Shop? Who did that? That would be insane. All right, guys. I gotta take care of this guy. He's been so patient with me this whole time. Yeah. He's over it. So it should be Jamie Thomas, because even almost 50 and still rocks hard. T-Funk's still going to drop a part. He's not out of the conversation. Genial, todo bien. Por acá. Nyjah for SOTY. Yeah, de acuerdo. Lockwood, Table 2.0. Tyshawn, just kidding. Good talk. Greetings from Netherlands. Shout out Netherlands. David, thanks for hanging out. Keenan Switch Flip 2.0 with Tyshawn Switch Flip. Best switches, Majee. All right. Okay, I'm out of here to take care of my son. Thank you again, everybody, for dropping all that money and supporting, commenting, and being a part of this. So I'll talk to you guys later.